Hey, what's up, Big Nation? This is David Labby with Big Man Fitness, coming to you today on June 16th, 2017. So, it's Friday, TGIF. I'm definitely getting ready for the weekend. It's definitely been a long week. Some of you guys know my wife's been getting sick lately, and we're finally figuring some things out about it. I don't want to get too much into it because it's kind of a personal matter. It's nothing crazy or anything like that, but it's her business, and I'm not here to blow up her spot. So I wanted to talk to you guys about. Yesterday I went over about making better choices and how I went through a major temptation yesterday and how I almost ended up making a very bad decision. And for those of you just chiming in, check out the last video. But basically, it was about me having a sweet tooth, and I haven't had sweets in over 3 months. So check out the last video, and it'll give you some insight on how to take care of some of those cravings. Today, man, oh man, oh man. Today was not a motivated day for me. And so yesterday I went through cravings. Today I went through not wanting to do anything. Right? Oh, bug-eyed. It's, sorry. It's ADHD, guys. Give me a break. Also, I'm still not used to being on the camera. It's kind of weird for me. And don't get me wrong, like it's enjoyable, but like when I'm talking to you guys, I have to pretend. I wouldn't say pretend. I have to acknowledge that I'm talking to an audience. I'm actually talking to people out there that you guys are listening. And because sometimes I have people, like sometimes I have my wife or I have a friend that's with me, and I pretend that I'm talking to them. What I do, or at least what I really try to do, is I try and pretend that I'm talking to my best friend when I'm making these videos. And why? Because I usually am. If I were to tell my best friend what I would want him to do, and that's what him and I are working on right now, is, he's seen how much my journey has been. And I try and implore him on some of the best practices. Now, the thing is that when it comes to trying to help people, you can tell them everything step by step what to do that's perfect for you. Learning to teach somebody principles is completely different. Anyway, I was just throwing that out there. But anyway, I was not motivated today at all to exercise. And I want to give you a few tips on how to get through that. I just wasn't. It's the truth. And some people are going to be like, well, what did you do? My God, did you just not do anything? No, that's I got my ass out of bed and I did my workout. I had to, right? Now, this wasn't because I was majorly sore with lactic acid or anything like that. That's something for another day. Some days you'll wake up and your body's just thrashed. There is a difference between being unmotivated and being thrashed. Now, even if you're thrashed, I still recommend doing like some stretching and drinking water and maybe doing some rolling, using a foam roller or something like that, or getting a massage. Maybe doing a very, very light workout just to try and work out some of the lactic acid in your muscles, but nothing major. Maybe, go for a light walk or something like that. But it's kind of the same principle with being unmotivated. You pick the easiest thing, right? Pick one easy thing and then pick the thing that you hate the most. All of us have it. All of us have that one move that we all hate, or those couple of exercises that we all hate. Mine used to be push-ups. I hated push-ups because it hurt my shoulder so much. Same thing with shoulder raises, right? Because it was so, I wouldn't say it was like the most excruciating pain, but it was painful, and it wasn't comfortable. It was extremely uncomforting. So normally I would choose to do that first, right? But all I would do is go, okay, let's get 5 to 10 reps in. That's it. 5 to 10 reps. I don't even have to do a full set. Just shut up and do it. Can I get 5 reps done? Yeah, I can get, can I get through 5 reps? All right, fine. Am I that much of a lazy asshole? Excuse my language, but can I not get 5 reps done? That's it. 5. Can you convince yourself to do 5? I convinced myself to do 5, and then I was like, all right, just finish out the 10. And I got through the 10. It's true. It's valid. Sometimes we just don't feel right. It's usually because we are trying to escape the pain. We're trying to escape the pain of an entire amount of time, right? So usually we think about going to the gym and doing an hour workout or an hour and a half workout or 45-minute workout. And we're like, oh my God, I have to go out there and I have to go do 10 push-ups, 10 sit-ups, 10 crossover lunges, and then 15 squats, and 56 burpees, and then 105 Dalmatians. Yeah, I know it's 101, but you get the point, guys. Like, all of us have an aversion to going in and doing multiple processes. So that's why you focus on one. That's it. Just focus on the one. Now, what I call this is the avalanche effect. If you get the ball rolling, it'll be much easier to stay in motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. That's the same for our bodies. When an object at rest likes to stay at rest. Sometimes we just aren't feeling it. We all have our good days and bad days. It could be something you ate. I know that sounds weird to some of you guys, but our food affects our moods. Foods are moods. Sometimes when you eat something too much, like especially if you're in ketosis and you eat too many carbs, it can throw you in a major flux. I know because I did it for 3 weeks. 3 whole weeks I was totally screwed up because I was just eating way too much of one certain food, and it screwed me over. And I was like trying to figure out why I wanted to murder everybody, and not literally. I hope you know that I'm not like some sort of mass murderer. The only thing that I murder is maybe, a T-bone steak, which oddly enough I'm going to be having tonight for dinner. I am a big steak guy. Love steak. Steak and veggies. Anyway, moving forward, guys, motivation. Only you know why you're doing this. Whenever I'm feeling down, whenever I'm feeling like I'm not going to do something, I go back to my why. Why am I doing this in the first place? Why would I put myself through all this? Day after day, hour after hour, minute by minute, because sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes the time's going to fly by and you're going to have a blast. I love this way of life. This way of life is amazing. And then sometimes it's going to drag, and it's going to be tedious and monotonous. And then every second you're waiting. Sorry, I think I got a cat hair in my eye. And then you're going to be waiting for the time when your diet is going to be over. But I'm not on a diet. I'm on a way of life. This is my way of eating. My way of eating is going to be, my way of eating changes. It's going to be adapted to my needs, right? But that doesn't mean that I'm on a diet, right? I'm on a way of life. I'm in a way of eating. I like being in ketosis. I like losing fat. I like being healthier. I like having the energy. I like being more clear-headed. When I first started out this off, I mean, like, just look at my past videos. Sometimes when I was first going into ketosis and I was having some weird stuff going on, my head was all over the place, and sometimes I couldn't even make a video right. You know, life happens and you figure it out. I was also very tired. There was a lot of things going on. But that's the point, is that everyone has problems. Everyone has things going on in their life, and it's just not an excuse anymore. We have way too much knowledge. We have way too much information at our fingertips. I'm holding in my hands right now an instrument, a device that literally has answers at my fingertips 24/7. Anytime I have a question, I can at least get 1 or 2 or 500 answers, right? We don't have the excuse anymore. Look up motivation, look up, how to defeat procrastination, whatever. It's up to you. We're adults. It's up to you to make that choice. But things that really helped me is having my goal and my why and my plan. Those 3 things have helped me out in any time that I've ever felt completely low. And I've had my low points. I almost fell off the bandwagon. I was feeling so down on myself at one point. I wanted to stop. And this was recently. And it was from an exterior source. Something happened in my life, and it threw me for a loop, and I was extremely emotional about it. And I hate being transparent about this stuff because I don't like talking about emotions. I don't like admitting, any type of weaknesses or anything like that, But here's the truth. We all have struggles. We all have those feelings. And there are things that agitate us. There are things that frustrate us, right? And there are things that are going to that are going to tempt us. Those are the hurdles in our lives. Right now, I'm trying to start my own business, right? Super stressful. I have a desire to change my life because I want to be available. I want to have the ability to provide for my family and to have a better life, a quality of life for my family, And that's also with my health. My health is a huge priority. And that's my why. Because I want, I had to backtrack, reverse engineer what my perfect life would look like. And then go back, reverse engineer it, and check out what are the key principles that I'm going to need to adopt in order to have that life. And one of them is not eating junk, being healthier, having a fitness lifestyle, having a healthy lifestyle, providing for my family, having that energy. It makes a difference, guys. It really does. Having my plan, okay. I have my contingencies. If this happens, if I get hungry, then I will blank. When I get hungry and when I have a craving, I will drink water and I will substitute. So I had vegetables yesterday. I had some protein. I had some peanut butter, right, as my snack. Nothing crazy. Same thing today. I still had cravings today. Not as bad as yesterday, but I still had it, right? So I went and I grabbed some peanut butter. I had a couple tablespoons of peanut butter. I just enjoyed it. Chilling, watching my YouTube videos, doing some work and getting some stuff done, sending out emails and licking my peanut butter off a spoon, Yeah. I love that stuff. So, guys, I see so many people. I get so many messages. I get so many people online through the threads just talk to me about how bad their lives are and how horrible they feel about being so overweight and that they can't do anything about it. Listen, any of you guys can get up and do something. Do something small. You don't have to go and run a 5K right off the bat. Your goal, further out, right? You have that goal. It's up there. You're not going to get there just by staying here, and you're never going to get anywhere by going around in circles. You have to take steps, baby steps, right? I guarantee the person that climbed the Himalayan mountains didn't start off by climbing the Himalayan mountains. Probably started off with a nice little trail, nice little hiking trail, and then started loving the outdoors and wanted to challenge themselves. I didn't start off lifting extremely heavy weight. I lifted what was heavy for me, and then it increased over time. Take that first step. The journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step. And you're like, oh my God, 1,000 miles. Stop focusing on that. Focus on your first couple steps. That's it. Just focus on that. Focus on the next 30 days. First 90 days if you like longer goals. If you like really long goals, some people are like, oh, I need to figure out the next 6 months to a year. I don't recommend that. I'm thinking like a month to 3 months is good. I like doing the whole 3-month thing because it gives me a little bit more to think about. Right now, I'm kind of changing things up and I'm reevaluating my plan because I definitely want to make some better progress in certain things. So I want to be lifting heavier weights. I definitely want to be building more muscle. I definitely want to grow my arms and my pectorals. That's something that I'm interested in. So guys, if you have any questions or anything like that, throw it up. I definitely would love to hear it. But anyway, the whole thing about motivation, only you can motivate yourself. That's it. You have to find out your reasons, what's really going to get you there. You have to be drawn towards your goals. You can't keep on pushing yourself. Sometimes pushing yourself is the only way to get things done. Yes, that's very true. But it's not the only way. And it's not the best way. Right? You have to know your reason why. Because sometimes I just sometimes it's easier to push myself. Right? But then you get really tired of that and you need something more. I remind myself, when I had that package yesterday in my hand of the Reese's peanut butter cups and the York peppermint patties and the chocolates that I had that were sugar-free, I'm looking at it and I'm going, okay, yeah, this would be great, for my instant gratification. I'm like, oh, it's going to taste wonderful. And, oh, no, it's keto friendly. And I'm like, oh, yeah. And I'm like, no, it's so easy to binge out on this stuff and have way too much, and then you get sick. And, sugar-free candy isn't even worth it. But I was looking at it, and I had all these excuses in hand. I had them all. And then I thought about my why. I thought about my wife. I thought about the family that we want to build. I thought about the type of role model that I want to be for my children, for my godson. I thought about how I want to play and be able to have a healthy time. I want to be there for my family, my friends. I was like, shit. Come on. I was like, it's just a couple of pieces of candy. And then I was like, no, it's not. It's not just a couple of pieces of candy. It's just not. I hope you guys understand what I'm talking about because it's real. It's very, very real. And it can suck you in so hard, that temptation. And you need to have something in place to combat those emotions something just as strong and just as powerful, something that's even stronger and more powerful. And I found mine. Some of you guys are going to be like, oh, God, he's going to get sappy and emotional and stuff like that. Yeah, you know why? Because it's my love for my family, my love for doing better, my love for driving myself to success, my love of doing better because I can provide better. It's always driven me, and it draws you to it. You don't, sometimes pushing is okay, but it's not the ultimate way. You have to be drawn towards your goals. So remember to believe and achieve. I wish you guys the best. Remember, guys, to be informed, stay motivated, and live big, guys. Who up?